Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh, and his only begotten Son name in Hebrew is Yahushua. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshua, not Yehoshua. It's Yahushua. So gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikah Quadash. The bonus to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who well, who teach well, whether apostles and elders over all of Israel really accepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all the active pushing this truth and believing this truth, but the four ends of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to Akwath who are listening learning. If you sisters who are listening learning. Coming out to another lesson, truth, fact, faith, and education. Of daily education, Lord, will this be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Babylon's currency is devaluing. This is shameful spewing on them. And this is an article from May the 19th, 2023. And it reads, after BRICS, 10 Asian countries ditch the US dollar. We see it's a 32nd Asian summit. This is from 2018. So this showing you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's say after BRICS, 10 Asian countries ditch the dollar. And right here is a Sudan to join and adopt BRICS currency. So let's read some of this. Now I say BRICS is not the only group of countries that are looking to end reliance on the US dollar in 2023. A new bloc of Asian countries have come forward and agreed to ditch the dollar for global trade. The Asian Alliance is looking to promote their native currencies for cross-border transactions by sidelining the USD. The leaders, USD is the US dollar. The leaders of 10 Southeast nations recently signed a declaration to stop using the US dollar for international trade and aim to promote their local currencies instead. So this also read ahead of joining BRICS, Iraq issues ban on US dollars transaction. Iraq is the old Babylon. Asian is a bloc of 10 countries that compromise Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysian, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Therefore, after BRICS, it is the Asian bloc of countries that is looking to follow suit. And this ain't good, man. The 10 nations have jointly accepted to reduce US dollar payments and increase global settlement in native currencies. Moreover, international trade will be settled within the existing bloc of the 10 countries and not with other nations out of the Asian alliance. The move will bolster the power of Asian nations, local currencies, and lead the US dollar into a gradual decline. This is one of the few steps taken by developing Eastern nations to take on the dollar. Also, if the momentum continues, many other developing could join together to end the US dollar dominance. And that's according to the scriptures. It is going to end. Now, what you got to understand is at the same time, the elites control both sides of this, man. See, this is just conditioning people to get ready to take the sea hill. See, it looked like it's a battle going against, but they all work for the elites, man. All these nations is just puppets for the elites. So while it seems like it's a back and forth, this is conditioning the mind of the people to conform, to comply, to get ready. Because if every other country is doing this, America gonna follow suit. It's all a conditioning. It's all a propaganda for to condition the mind of the people, man. It's a 5 BRICS and 10 Asian countries take on the U.S. dollar. It say also read 30 countries now ready to accept BRICS currency. See, this is called through gradualism, man. Because everybody, it just say in Revelation 3, it say to come upon all the world, man, to try the whole world in Revelation 3 and 10. So don't get confused what's going on. This is the Lord using these least mind, slow-bellied peoples out here that already want to be joined to the system. Them that say, who is able to make war with the beast? Right? So they wanted after the beast saying, who is able to make war with the beast? These are those, man. See, the only ones that ain't falling for this okie doke is the remnant, man. Because it's saying 2 Corinthians 20, but this is beautiful because this is how the Lord works, man. It said the official declaration of the Asian countries states that the bloc will advance local currencies and not the US dollar. The declaration is signed and accepted by the respective nations' leaders and remains in full force. Additionally, Asian nations said that their goal is to strengthen uh, bilateral and multilateral payment activities among each other. You see, also read BRICS South Africa minister doubts if the new currency could work. That's what they saying. Cause see, that's that stronghold that America got on these countries, man. It's just like how people here in America been westernized too long. See, the America's dollar been in the apostle I say this all the time. Hey, Jake, we done been here too long, man. This devil done been in rulership too long. Now you guys say South African minister doubts if the new currency could work. And we know it ain't gonna work. But this is the mind of them that's been following Esau Edom for so long, they don't think it's no other way, man. Who is able to make war with the beast? This is the mind of people, man. This doubts if the new currency could work. This is people's mind condition of the so-called white man. They don't think it's no other way, man. Well, the Lord, we mentioned last week, I was making a point. If you got a real friend and your friend and he just say, listen, man, do you trust me? You like, yeah, I trust you. And he say, turn around and fall back. Just fall back at you. It don't matter if you weigh 180 pounds or 300 pounds, and your friend, a real friend that you done tried him. Okay, the scriptures say, try a man before you consider him your friend. So you done tried this man. And he tell you one day, just, hey, bro, do you trust me? Lean back. No matter how much you weigh or how little you weigh, he said he's gonna catch you no matter what. What's our first instinct to look back as we lean it back? We're gonna look back and say, "Hey, bro, you sure you're gonna catch me?" Listen, that's the Lord, man. We gotta fall back and trust you. How about you, Mama? She ain't gonna let us fall to the ground, man. But that's through faith. That's through belief. And the Lord is weaning us. He's weaning us off of the so-called white man's titty, man. Okay, the Lord has clipped the nipple of Babylon the Great, of us. Remember in Deuteronomy 28 and 48, it say that we should go to our enemy for the one of all things, right? Food, water, nakedness, which is clothes, transportation, housing, work, education, right? 7 things. We got to go to them for the one of all things. So the Lord is winging us off of the so-called white man's system, man. Off of the white man's titty, man. The Lord then clipped the nipple, man. So you either what is this? So lock it. Not the internet want to buffer. So you either trusting You either trusting in the so-called white man system or you ain't. See how I jumped to this? These bastards. And then jump to a whole nother article by itself. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Hold on. These bastards are something serious. So the Lord is weaning us after these off of these bastards system, man. You see that? You seeing it? You see how these devils just jumped my computer? Wow. That with me here. Bro, these devils is something serious. So, yeah. So the thoughts of this guy, South African minister, doubts that the new currency could work, which ain't none of it going to work. But the mindset of these people. So it say, we adopted the Asian leaders' declaration on advancing regional payments connectivity and promoting local currency transactions to foster bilateral and multilateral payment connectivity arrangements to strengthen economic integration by enabling fast, seamless, and more affordable cross-border payments across the region. The declaration reads, and this is talking, this is going to that chip, man. That micro C here, man. But yeah, this was going on, man. And Shalom to all the argument I walk tuning in. You have about Shema Shah Thumb. The Lord is weaning us off the so-called white man system, but 2/3 in the heathens, they have been conditioned, man. And this is all just through conditioning. Because we know who controls this, man. The elites is doing this. So I just had a few precepts. This is an article from May 19th, and I want to do a lesson on it, but I've been sitting back on it. So real quick, this is first let me get this in Psalms. But see, these devils been ruling the earth in wickedness, man. And the Lord told them not to do it. Because you don't supposed to do usury, right? You don't supposed to be splicing different seeds, supposed to have a land Sabbath. These devils don't do none of that. So in Psalm 75, let me get this. Because the scripture talks about these nations separating. This is Psalm 75 in verse 4 it reads, I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But God is the judge. He put down one and set up another. For in the hand of Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. And see, all this is going to backfire, man. All this is backfiring on Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Everything that they designed for them to live happily ever after is all backfiring, man. For in the hand of Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same. He poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. And when you go to Jeremiah 25, starting at 14, all these nations, all 17 nations are going to drink, man. Okay, even 2/3 of Jake. Tell that in the First Peter 4, 17 and 18. All 2/3 going to drink too. And the Lord said he's going to start the house of Israel first. It said, but all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. All starting with Esau, Edom, they all want to drink. This is but what these devils have done, the Lord says, shameful spewing shall be on their glory. This is Obadiah And we are watching prophecy, man. This is all prophecy moving. Obadiah 1 and 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, there is none understanding in him. It say, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Them that eat the bread is these nations that got the petrodollar, which was formed through uh oil, man. And that's why I tell you in Isaiah 13 about the Arabians should need to pitch tent there. Because the Arabians, hey, they signed to join the BRICS, and Iran signed to join the BRICS. So now the main player, which is Saudi Arabia of America, separating. This is the Lord doing, man, because He's gathering these nations. He got them going against each other, man. Which will tell you in was that Daniel's 2. Let's read this. In Daniel's 2, in verse 43, just want to read this point. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with miry clay. It said they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. Who? The Edomites. That's why you got EU, NATO, and EU, NATO in America, man. Okay, this beast system. There's 190, over 193, 98 nations joined to the UN, man, joined to America. Well, these nations are separated, man. Whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, with the iron which is the Roman Empire, they shall mingle themselves with the seeds of men, with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with miry clay. And the cold part is the Lord is going to use the Russian Edomites to destroy every other Edomite on the planet. And then He's going to destroy them, man. That's why I say in Revelations 20, they came out the caves. Let's read that. But the scriptures say they have there in Obadiah 1 and 7, there's no understanding in them, man. So the Lord used these Edomites, and I mentioned it a lot, man. You see, during the time of Alexander the Freak, his 4 generals, once he died, they was fighting amongst themselves, man. Right? It always been like that with these Edomites, man. They was fighting amongst themselves, them 4 generals. Then what happened? You had them colonizing America, the French, the Spanish, and the British, right? Fighting amongst themselves. That's why I tell you that in Mark 3, man, a house divided is also in Luke chapter 11, man. This is a house divided. So the Lord, but the cold thing is the Lord is using the Edomites to destroy Edomites, man. This Revelations 20 in verse 7 it reads, and when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to the seed of nations, to the seed of nations. And it's all 17, it's all 16 heathen nations, man. Okay? Then outside of Israel, because we already was taken down. But he's destroying, he deceived all the other nations, man. Do what? Them that eat thy bread, that petrodollar, man. His policies, his legislations, his draconian measures. It says, shall go out to the seed of nations, which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. See, the Lord is telling you he's going to use, the Lord sent these Edomites, all these Edomites that's in rulership. Their whole goal, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Jeremiah 15 and 45. Their whole goal is to draw out Gog and Magog, man. And what it said in Ezekiel 39, that Gog and Magog is going to be a guard to the nations, man. So the Lord is setting up, the same way the Lord set the perfect adversary, he's setting up the perfect adversary against the adversary, man. It's a, and shall go out to the seed of nations, which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the center of the sea. Let's get this. In Revelation 16, it reads, verse 13, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Now, who controls these three? Esau, Edom, the elites. And it say you got London for the financial, you got Vatican for the religion, and you got Washington for the military, man. It say, for they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of power almighty. So this whole gang, the Lord got this chessboard set up with these rookies and these bishops and these pawns and these knights because they put their hand on the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And the Lord said it. He said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Okay, the first anointed is Yahweh Shai, man. And he put his hands on all the prophets, man. And they know who we are. They know who we are, man. We had an Elam guy come up to camp and told us his father, his grandfather told them stories about the Hebrew Israelites in America, man. Elam know who we are, man. Ishmael too. We had an Elam come to camp and tell us who we are, man. They know who we are, man. So the Lord got these bastards gathered up to do everything that's been going on all this time. We've been around here crying and moaning. And listen, it's only been for a moment. We've been over here, man. We've been down here. Earth ain't that old, man. Okay, our captivity in the eyes of the Lord ain't been that long, man. That's why we are being trained to be hardened to realize this ain't that bad, man. Even though brother might have ailments, brother might be going back and forth trying to decent work, family, whatever it is. This ain't been it ain't been that bad, man. But these bastards is finna really go through something, man. And the Lord is playing chess with everybody, man. This is a chess game, man. Let me read this. This is a chess game. This is Jeremiah. Cause see, it say in Psalm 75, in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, man. He said all the nations is everybody finna drink this. That's in Jeremiah 25. Starting at 14. All these nations is about to drink from this cup, man. The cup that we had to drink from. Oh boy. Jeremiah 49 and 12, it reads, thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have it surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Okay? Let's get this. In Lamentations 4, thus saith the Lord, rejoice and be, verse 21, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Okay? He finna drink too, man. So in Habakkuk 2, there is no escaping the judgment, man. There is no escaping the judgment of the Lord. Nobody's going to escape, man. And if you're not part of the hopeful elect, you through, man. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that which is not his? This is what we doing. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? This is what we telling Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? You so-called white people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? Esau ain't had nothing. The scripture said he was a fugitive and a vagabond, walking around the earth building cities, man. He ain't have nothing. Everything that he got, he took it, man. He stole it. He stole it, man. And to him, it say, how long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And when you read in Psalms, let me get this, because the Lord has awoken, man. And he said when he awake, he going to despise that image. This is Psalm 73 and 20. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise that image. So now, despising that image, the word despise there, because that's a different despise when you look in Obadiah. And the one in Psalm 73 and Obadiah is a different despise. This one in Psalm 73 is about destroying that image, man. Okay? This say, the Lord say in the Psalm in Jeremiah 49 and 10, He's going to make them bear. That means to be shameful, a reproach. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get this word real quick. Psalm 73 and 20. See, the Lord has awakened, man. See, he hid his face for a time, and he just let these bastards do whatever they want to do. That's why I tell you in Psalms 50, right? Thou thought I was altogether such as one as thyself. So let's get this word despise right here.
Strong's H 959. Bazaar. Bazaar.
It said to despise, hold in contempt, disdain. To despise, regard with contempt. To be despised, to be despicable, to be vile, worthless. Okay? Strong definition say, vile person. Scorn. It say, think to scorn, vile person. Disdain, man. So the Lord is making them what? Vile, worthless, man. Because this is who they are. They the basis of men. And the Lord is bringing them back to that. So back in Habakkuk, it say, let's read this again. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And who? The Lord had to raise, it said the Lord had to do it, right? The Lord had to raise up first, man. The Lord had to turn his face back and say, okay, today is the day. Now start these calamities. Right? The Lord said in Obadiah 1, when they sit their nest amongst the stars. So it say, shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. See, going to that remnant of Israel in Ezekiel 25, when the Lord said he gonna put his spirit on the elect, man, the men. It say, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So these heathens gonna have a hand on these bastards too, man. And they showing you because they joining Russia, man. This is them. Was it Isaiah 14? Right? It say, death is moved to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred the chief kings of the nations, man. Everybody finna get a hand on Esau Edom, man. But the cold thing is, again, the Lord using the Russians, Edomites, to take down Edomites. It say, woe to him that coveteth and evil covetous to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil, that has consulted shame to thy house by cutting out many people. Consulted is a council, man. Okay? They have councils. Proverbs 15 and 22, Proverbs 20 and 18, man. It said without counsel. It said with good advice and counsel, they make war, man. And they doing it through their policies. Isaiah 10 and 1, woe to him that decree unrighteous decrees, that has consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul. This is verse 14. Now, verse 15, it said, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. There's the point I was reading, Psalm 75, right? Jeremiah 49 and 12, Lamentations 4 and 24 and 21. It say, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So now in Jeremiah 49:10, the Lord said he made Esau barren, man. Now they are being exposed. Thou mayest look, it said that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, like Jeremiah 49:12. Psalm 75. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. Who is the man? The Lord's right, that's Yahweh Shai, man. And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Now, when you go to, let's get this in Second Ezra 11:39. It reads, Are not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? Who? The Edomites. Jeremiah 50:45, it reads. This is the same thing it said in 2 Ezra 11:39. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against Babylon, and his proposes that he have proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. It's them and there. Who is the them and there? The Edomites. Because in Revelations 13, Revelations 13 and verse, let me see here. This is Revelations, bear with me here. So Revelation 13:2. Let's read one. And I stood upon the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, which Yahweh shall come to take, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, which was the beginning rulership of the so-called white man, located with the Greeks. The so-called white man conquered the Greeks. And his feet were as the feet of a bear. And this bear is talking about the Russians, man. So as it said in 2 Ezra 11:39 and Jeremiah 50:45, that the end of their time is going to come through them, man. Okay, the least of the flock shall draw them out. He shall make their habitation desolate with them. This is what it's talking about, man. The beginning rulership of the so-called white man was with the Greeks. The ending rulership is with this empire here, man. But the Lord is using the Russians to destroy them, man. Edomites, okay? The same way you bastards turned and put guns in the hood and drugs and got Jake out here, Jake Israelite on Israelite crime. Well, the same thing is about to happen to you bastards, man. Let's get this. In Mark chapter 3, verse 23, it reads, And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, How can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. And that's why I say in Daniel 2 that they shall mingle themselves with the seeds of men, but they shall not cleave one to another. Nobody like this bastard. As the head brother Kemp always say, the only reason that even our women that love these Edomites, hey, these nations, nobody like the so-called white man. Okay, everybody cleave to this bastard because he got the money, man. If he didn't have the money that he got, nobody would love to eat him. If the Chinese had the money, everybody would flock to the Chinese, man. Okay, the Japanese had the bag, or if Elam had the bag and they had control of the earth, the world would flock to the Elamites, man. Look, the world hate the so-called white man. This is all over world news, man. Nobody like these bastards, man. They are the council of the earth. And the only reason people flock to him because he control all the resources. That's the only reason, man. If them nasty doodle eating Hamites had the bag, the world will flock to them, man. If they control all the resources. The only reason the world flocked to the so-called white man, because the Lord said the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He owns all the resources. Okay? He owns all the resources. Food, clothes, transportation, housing, work. Whatever you looking for, the so-called white man controls it all, man. And he's the only reason. Hey, that's the only reason he's liked. Nobody want to be around these bastards, man. They are bloody men. They bloody men. This is Luke 11 and 17. But he knowing their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth, man. And we watching it happen. This is Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, because Yahweh don't move off the throne. Yahweh shall come to do all this. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. How? With what? The intercontinental ballistic missiles. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. This is talking about Edomites against Edomites. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. The neighbors, cities against cities, and kingdom against kingdoms. And this is all 17 heathen nations. 2/3 too, man. But this is we talk about these heathen nations. The Lord got them separated, man. Now again, don't be no fool. The elites control both sides of every war, and through their economic warfare, this is how they control the world from America, man. Because not one of the elites stay over here in America, man. Okay? They don't stay here. You could bet your bottom dollar. Hey, when when the ones that got that bag, when what's this place called? When Wall Street shut down, they jet set out of here, man. They don't stay here because they know America gonna be destroyed by missiles, man. They know it. They read the prophecies, man. They know. If they didn't, it wouldn't be the when you go to Blue Letter and go to the commentators, you got David Guzzi and these different guys. Who you think they is, man? Them are small hats, man. Okay? Most of the time they go off. Sometimes they be correct. But these are the small hats that study the scriptures. And everybody know that Babylon the Great is America. And it's going to be destroyed with fire. Everybody know this. What does that tell you, man? The elites control both sides of everything. Because this is all about conditioning people to get ready. Because it's coming. It ain't going to be no other way around it. Ain't going to be no more cash. You're going to have to take that micro C up, man. And they using this. They constantly showing you. But this is the Lord doing this, man. Because 2/3 has been given over to folly and wrath. The hopeful elect, as it says in Ecclesiastes 17 and 18, the Lord said he nourished the remnant with discipline, man. But he's nourishing 2/3 with folly and wrath, wickedness, destruction. But the hopeful elect with mercy, man, and grace. This is these nations is pissed off, man. But they can't do nothing. The Lord said he gave their mind over to the beast, man. Jeremiah, until the words of the Lord be fulfilled, which is the elect being sealed. Once the elect gets sealed, these things gonna move quick, man. Jeremiah 51 and 8, as apostles to always say, it reads, Babylon 51 and 7, like Jeremiah 51 and 7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. See, it keep mentioning the Lord's hand in this cup, man. It say that made all the earth drunken, because the Lord gave Esau Edom this cup, man. He gave him this cup, and he been filling it up with none but wickedness, man. We're talk about the harlot in Revelation 17. In her cup was found none but abominations, man. And who passed these wicked, nasty bills in America? Isaiah 10 and 1. The so-called white man, the Congress, the Senate House, just like the Roman Empire. When you read First Maccabees 8 and 15, okay, they created for themselves a Senate House and set up a man every year to be president over the whole country. Now it's every 48 years, man. It's the same Roman Empire all over again, man. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Through what? The policies. First and foremost, that damn petrodollar, man. That petrodollar, man. They got rid of Gaddafi, right? Hey, he finna get some gold. We ain't using his paper. Yeah, let me get that spirit. What Esau do? Clipped him, man. The jig is up, man. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that's why the Lord say, the cup, you gotta drink too. You done made everybody else naked. You done made everybody else drunk and naked, and you ain't gonna drink yourself. See, that's a special judgment for the so-called white man. Because you got everybody else drunk and naked, but you ain't gonna drink nothing. That's just like you chilling with somebody. They tell you to drink. Hey, yeah, I poured you a drink. You ain't gonna drink? No, I'm good. What? I ain't drinking this, man. What you done put in here? it say it said the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen in the straw. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And that's them trying to find a way to get out, man. Okay, quantitative easing, which they at least know this is crashing the dollar, man. But they doing it on purpose. There is no balm for this place, man. It reads, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. The judgment of America is going to be great, man. That's why the Lord said in Revelation 18, come out of her. This is Revelation 11 and 18. It reads, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that thou should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, Israelites, and to the saints, Israelites, and them that fear thy name, small and great, which are also Israelites, and should destroy them which destroys the earth. See, these devils, and they go back to the elites, man, because these are the one that control everything that goes on in America. Let's read this. Jeremiah chapter 51 and 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith Yahweh. Me watching these bastards destroy our land. The Lord said he divided by line in Amos 7 and 17, right? You got the Israelis and the Palestinians fighting over our land. It's divided by line that ain't even theirs. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh, which destroy all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. See, this is a specific nation that's doing this, man. And who is it? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, whom the Lord is destroying that kingdom, man. But the elite control both sides of this. This is conditioning you to get ready, to just go ahead and get it now. Don't even wait. Go ahead and get your micro C up, man. Because this is conditioning the world. They talking about something that's gonna be speed and quick, man, which is that micro C hip. And you got people that's all excited about having the micro C hip now, man, by using their palm scans, man. Well, this is where we going. This is all conditioning through gradualism. You either gonna conform and comply, or you ain't. So Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikah Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well. Who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready to accept it or not. And the sincere salutation to all the octave pushing this truth and believing this truth, but the four ends of the earth, the entire world shedding light to the whole elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. You few sisters who are listening and learning. This is from GMS Saints of the Most High, Psalm 69. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. I tell you in Ezekiel 25, verse 12 through 14. The Lord said He's going to have to put His spirit in the elect men. They're going to get busy and going to Edom. Because remember, let's get this. Let's close with this. In Obadiah Obadiah 1 and 21, it reads, and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to do what, Lord? To judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. So in saviors with an S, who is this? Let's read it. Hold on, gotta get two more. In Isaiah, in Isaiah, what is that? Isaiah 32, because it's saying saviors, right? This Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. So when you read Obadiah 1 and 21, and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's, right? Isaiah 32 and 1 again. Behold, a king shall reign, who? The Lord, and princes, who? These saviors shall rule in judgment, man. Yeah. So the Lord gonna do it. Ezekiel 25. Whoever those elect men be in that time, the Lord gonna put that power on them, man. And it's going down. Oh, it's going up. Either way. Hey, so the while for tuning in, the while for your pre-sales, may y'all about your shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, we watching this bastard kingdom fall, man. But it's all a game. The fiat currency was a Ponzi scheme from the get-go, man. Okay, but these nations, hey, and the Lord is cold because the Lord got the elites playing with the minds of the people, man, to weaken the people's mind, to condition, conform, and comply to the system, man. This is the Lord doing this, man. And it's beautiful because we sitting back watching how everybody is wandering after the beast, saying who is able to make war with the beast. All right, go ahead then. You're gonna see who is able to make war with the beast real soon. So until next time, I say shalom, wa ba ba ba.